going on, guys? Let's see how we can find the limits of the sequences given by these expressions right here. So let's begin with the first one. So whenever we have something like this, the first thing is we take limit n goes to infinity. So if I take limit n goes to infinity, and this is going to be 1 over n cube. This one, for the first one, we can directly substitute the infinity, because if you substitute infinity, that's going to give you 0, right? Because 1 over infinity, that's going to be 1 over infinity, that's equal to 0. So let's do the second one. Second one, we have a function right here, and if you see, we have different power like n square and n. So in these kind of things, what we do, we divide. If you substitute, first of all, if you substitute infinity, what's going to happen? Infinity over infinity, undeterminate, right? Indeterminate. So we can't directly substitute that one, but we have to do something for that. So the first thing we do is we divide everything by the highest power. So this is going to be n square plus 2n plus 4 over 3n square plus 1. If you divide, here we have the highest power, that is n square. And if you divide everything by n square, what will we get? So if you divide n square by n square, that's going to be 1, right? 2n over n square, that's going to be 2 over n. And 4 over n square, that's going to be just 4 over n square. Over 3n square over n square, that's going to be just 3 plus 1 over n square. And then if we substitute infinity for these n values, this is going to make this one 0, because if you divide a number by infinity, that's going to make it 0, because we are dividing a number by a biggest number, right? So let's cancel all of this. But we shouldn't actually do in this step, because we shouldn't substitute when we have the limit. But to make it short, I just cancel right here. But you have to write one more step to do that, right? So that's going to give us 1 over 3. So 1 over 3 is going to be the final answer. And let's go to the next one. Right? So if I take limit n goes to infinity, and here we have n cubed times e power minus n. Let's see what happens if we substitute this infinity. For the first one, if we substitute infinity, that's going to be infinity. And for the second one, if you substitute infinity, it's e power negative infinity. E power negative infinity is 0. So infinity times 0, that's indeterminate. So we can't really solve this one directly. So we have to do something. So whenever we have indeterminate situation like this, for this one we can divide by highest power, but we can't do that one for this one right here. We have to do something else. Here we can use L'Hopital rule. So L'Hopital rule, actually we have to bring this one into infinity over infinity pattern. To do that, what we can do is we can simply take this e power minus 1 and divide it by like n cube divided by e power n. So that's going to be infinity over infinity. Now we can use the L'Hopital rule. So let's use the L'Hopital rule and see what we get. So here we have infinity over infinity pattern. So limit n approaches infinity. If I apply L'Hopital rule, this is going to be 3n square. 3n square over e power n. Derivative of 3n cube is 3n square. Derivative of e power n is going to be e power n. Again, if you substitute this one, you will get infinity over infinity. So we have to do the L'Hopital rule again. So let's continue right here. Limit n approaches infinity. If I take the derivative of this one, that's going to be 6n divided by e power n. And if you substitute infinity, this is going to be again infinity over infinity. So we have to do this L'Hopital rule again. So let's do the L'Hopital rule again and see what we get. So here, if you do the L'Hopital rule, if you do the derivative, you will get 6. Then derivative of this is going to be same, e power n. Now if you see this one, 6 divided by infinity, this is going to be equal to 0. So now we have solved this one. So this converges as 0. So that's going to be the final answer. And that's how we do this kind of problems. I hope you guys find this video helpful. See you next time.